What's up? Welcome back to Top Tier Arcade. My name is Steve. We're back in the spare bedroom in my apartment where we're now housing the Super Sprint arcade. We're just about to do, this is going to be part 2. This is going to be the cabinet, and we're going to be looking in and outside the cabinet. I'm going to pull it out slightly, go around it, open all the doors, open the back, see what's in it, what it looks like. Adriano left a goodie bag that was in the coin bucket, which I've yet to look really through, and see what's in there, and then also turn it on, just see what it looks like, review the cabinet in and out, and we'll see what's up. All right, so let's just take a first glance at the Super Sprint. And like I told you guys in my pickup, part 1, Adriano cosmetically restored it. It's beautiful. A couple of quirks here and there we'll go through as far as technically, but very playable, and we can diagnose it and finish them like those little things later. So going from down the front, so Adriano did rebuild the pedals, even with the grip on the pedals. This came undone while transporting, so I just have to glue the T-molding in. It's actually, I can do it now, but whatever. So that's good. Art and everything is done. We're gonna shortly open the coin door and see what's inside. Like I said, there's the blue, red, and yellow drivers. There's the 19-inch medium res monitor, brand new cardstock. The bezel that Adriano did it's amazing. It's mint. I'm gonna take you through the manual in a second. So I printed this manual like I do bind all my manuals. So this is just reproduction, which is fine, whatever. Some pages were upside down, but I don't care. But what I've done is also, in the game, Adriano had the original schematic. So this is the original schematic that I've kind of folded like a pinball schematic. And I had Staples bind this as well. So this is the schematic of all the electronics in the game. This is an original manual. So I combined them both to have one nice manual, one the original parts and everything else, and also the schematic. So that's nice, and that's done. So again, that's the front of it. Let me get the sides. Looks beautiful. All right, so it looks nice. And then the back, again, not really much to see. Very similar. By the way, this is very similar to my Street Fighter 1 cabinet, the deluxe that came out around the same time. So it's very reminiscent of that. The grill, just the everything, just the way that it is with the glass. This is almost identical to the Street Fighter 1 as far as, how it's set up. So again, there's the back. There's the serial number. Where is it? I'm going to have to move in closer. I'm going to have the serial number like I do at the bottom and see what that is. I'm going to open that up in a second. And then this is the back, again, all painted. So very straightforward. That fan's very loud. I'm going to cut away. Again, that's just around the cabinet. I'm going to go ahead and open the back of the... I'm going to open the coin door, open the back, and then open the back of the monitor and see what's inside. And then we'll set up and see what we have for what's in this coin box, which Adriano said there's a lot of parts he's given me. So kind of excited to see what's in there, because we already have in a manual. That looks good, and let's see what's up. So, and it came with keys and the whole deal. So let's open her up and see what's inside. We're going to start off in the back. So there's the back door, and then there's the back of the monitor. Ugh. This is kind of neat. This is the one sheet, kind of the self-test, what to look for. And then the dip switches, everything's right here. So this is really cool. This is original. So I love that. Here's the inside. So up in there, obviously that's where the monitor gets bolted on right there. I still have to get 2 wing nuts for that. Here's the big ass PCB. And then it has the RF cage, or the cage on it as well. And very straightforward, really. There's that fan, which is very loud. I'll turn it on momentarily. Regular power supply, isolation transformer, and the fuse block and all that. But it looks pretty straightforward in here. But yeah, it's a very big PCB. It's almost like a 3-parter. Old Atari. Again, very, very similar to my Street Fighter. Kinda. Street Fighter was thing. I guess Adriano patched or you know, bonded a little that. Oh, I see. That's where the holes would have been for the back door. I see. Instead of a lock. Okay, whatever. We'll leave that. Maybe I'll sand that one day and paint it. I don't know. Depends. It should only take maybe 20 minutes, so maybe. All right, there. Now let's get up. Here's the monitor, 19-inch. And this is where the wires feed through for the bottom. Very straightforward. I had to, again, the chassis was a little wiggly, like in a sense. When I first got it, the picture was like going a little nuts. That's why I was screwing around with the rings, the purification rings or whatever, and the colors, and it stopped kind of bouncing, which is like means that the pot is probably loose. Now it's good, but now the colors are off because I try to screw through too much. So very standard monitor. Again, very similar to my Street Fighter 1. You have to take it out from the front. And then that's just the vents. And then let's get to the front, which is more exciting. And then, actually, you know what? Okay, I'll take that. I'll open this. I'll open like how this opens. So there's 3 clips. There's one here, so you can hear that. There's one dead center, which is sometimes a little hard to find. Come on. Where the hell is it now? Damn it. Where is it? Oh, I have to go from there. There we go. It's in the middle. And then there's one on the right. So there's 3 latches. Okay. So after undoing all 3 latches, they come up. And just like that. And the pulls back. So here's the inside from a side view. There's the blue player, the red, and then the yellow. Pretty much straightforward. This board, I guess an opto board, is what records it going. That's mine, not Adriano's. When I was moving it, it came loose, and it pulled a little, so my fault. And then I just kind of tied it, because if I move it a little, it's not going to move. I'll fix that later on, because again, I'm going to have to move the game anyways when I move out of here. So it works, and whatever, it's good enough. Because again, it's this one Molex that did that. So again, I'll touch it up, whatever, once I get moved out of here and make sure it works. So let's put that back. Coin lights work. I had 555s from my pinball machine that Brianna's like, oh, I never knew. They're even out. The mechs do accept Canadian. No, they're tokens. They don't accept either Canadian or American, so I just have to switch them. One takes Canadian, which I just have to, and see, this is down. I just have to play with these. Again, I just never had time, because this Turtles is coming together nicely, and you'll see that in the next video. So anyways, let's see what's inside. Now, I added this because he gave me them. I just put them down here. These are replacement pedals. So these are the original ones. The other ones he got online and kind of rebuilt it. So there's one of the here's one of the steering wheels. So some extra parts he gave me. Go, Steve, take them in case you need them. These are the original pedals. Still work, but again, heavily rusted, because apparently this bottom part was a little waterlogged, and he replaced everything brand new. So that's just spare parts, you know, mainly pedal parts, very heavy. So we'll leave that aside. This is cool. So we'll look inside in just a sec. There's the Atari. That's the soundboard right there, and very straightforward. Just the cabinet looks like inside. I know the image doesn't look too good right now, but alright, so that's that. Now this is cool, because this is an original coin bucket, and you can see it's very, like, kind of interestingly placed. and set. Like, it's not like a normal coin box. It's very different. And you can see it's original and has Atari, which is cool. And very hard to find, by the way. Very heavy. This is very, very heavy compared to the new stuff. So I just kind of looked through these and then I put it back rummaging. So let's see what this is. This must be, Adriano did tell me what some of the things are. These are the, for each of the steering wheels. I guess it's the white cap that goes in between the steering wheel just to hold things in, if I'm not mistaken. These are, I guess these are just chips. I'm not sure what for. I never really asked her, He said there's chips and everything in there, or like and all that, but I didn't know really what for. I don't know if he replaced them or he was going to. I'm not sure, but can't be a bad thing. We have some extra something. So there's some extra chips, I guess, for the board. What is this now? Crystal meth? What the fuck? What is this? Crystal what? What the hell is this? Crystal meth? What is this? 14. Oh, okay. Let's see what this says. What the hell is this? Is that like, it's that like a chiclet with like a cap or something? Looks like a capacitor, resistor, one of these electronic things. So not crystal meth. We're safe. Let me put this back 1 second. Oh shit. Put that back. Alright, let me put that back. What else? I see. Seems to be just the buttons. I think this was the original player 1, 2, and 3 start button. There's another like opto board, which is actually very nice. I don't know if that's what they're called, but whatever. That's for the steering wheel. That's good to know. Some loose ends, mix bolts and nuts and whatever else. Okay, very standard. This, Drano said there's extra for the monitor, extra stuff. So this is a cap kit. K4900? I think so. This looks to be a cap kit, which is really good because I'll use this. Maybe I'll do this as my first cap kit job, or maybe I'll just give it to someone to do. I don't know. I do want to start to learn how to rebuild monitors. That's going to be a big thing for me. But again, I just don't do it here because I don't have the resources. I don't have the space or a workspace for my tools. It's too much, so I'm going to wait until I move out. But that's good to know. That's a good cap kit. Cool. These are no, I don't. Oh, these are just random stickers that were on the cab. It's kind of cool. Maybe I'll put those back. Testing, and why not? We'll see. I don't know what that is. This is... What the hell is this? Oh, this is an ashtray. Sick! An ashtray? What the... Well, this is an old school ashtray. Oh my god. Should I come out? Because I'm a cigar smoker, if you guys know. Cigarettes not so much, and pipe tobacco, but you want me to mount this on the side? How much will you all hate me? Just right there. Cool. So I got an ashtray. That's cool. This is just a bracket for that. One of that. That's good. Some extra parts. This is good. Coin mech on the plastic ones, which are better. Coin mech 2. What's in here? This is the oh nice. This is a pot. This is for the one of the pedals. So that's good. I have an extra pot in case something goes wrong. That's good news. Oh good, there's another one too. That's 2 of them. Nice. And then there's another I guess this is what the opto board. Ooh, this has been pretty jumpers on here. Yeah, I'm looking this closer. This looks rough. I don't know what that's about, but and these are just, I guess. Oh, this is for the RF cage, and there's some quarters and what currency is that? What the hell? I don't know what currency that is. Let me look closer 1 sec. What currency is this? What country? I don't know. Looks, I don't know what currency that is. I have to clean it. They're so dirty. These pennies? No, these are actually tokens. No cash value, no cash value. A couple Canadian quarters, rust. Yeah, I'm gonna clean that out when I clean this. Still have to clean a little in the machine. It's actually pretty clean though. It's for just like dust and whatever. I will wipe it, maybe some of my Simple Green or Lysol or whatever the hell. But that's pretty much the cab, A lot of good news though. A lot of cool stuff in here that I'll need. Those coin mechs are always needed. Even though I don't vend my games, I still like having them working. So I'll get these working. Ashtray is always funny. And being I'm a very big advocate on, I should say, freedom. I don't know about smoking. I know it's not it's a hot topic to say, but to say it's good. But I personally enjoy it. And again, cigars really only. Buttons. That cap kit is nice. And we'll put these back. So. You know what? It's a nice little goodie bag. I mean, the cap kit alone and the extra parts. If I was to, if need be, ever sell them, maybe get a couple hundred for whatever, if need be. But I'd probably just keep them because they're harder to find as the years progress. Let me just put this back. One sec. Okay. So sorry for the jiggly camera here. So I'm gonna just put that back in. Oh. With the extra Aye. Nice and neat, and then you'd put a lock there for vendors as well. Let me put. Oh, it's heavy. All right, let's try not to hit this because that is what controls the all the steering wheels. Not screw that up. All right, so let me get off the floor here. I'm gonna latch everything back on. So that's inside of the cabinet. It's pretty simple, really, if you think about it. There's just the PCB, the power supply. Like, there's not anything. I guess you'd see really big extra, other than, of course, here. But a few little things I have to do again just to get the coin working. Now, here I'll explain what's wrong. Actually, no, I'll do it live. One sec. I'll do it live. So I don't have to always cut here. So here's the on switch. I'll show what it looks like when it's on. So there's the light. Loud ass. This is the same one as the Street Fighter 1. Very common to the Atari at that era. That shows the volts. It's a 5.2. Neck glow. So let me just close that. You can see the all three lights. These are 555 pinball lights. So I made good use of my extra parts and turtles. As you can see, the game came on. It looks good. Like from here, it looks good. My reflection's brutal, but anyways, let's press start. As you can see how the monitor it's off. Like I have to move it because it's the convergence or whatever, it's off. So the only thing wrong is on the right speaker. I think I disconnected it, if not mistaken. On the right speaker, oh, here we go. So on the right speaker there, it makes a popping sound, but it's not on. I think I disconnected it because it was getting annoying. So either when you do a test, so a couple things needed on this, other than just a nice clean, which is, it's very clean to begin with. A recap of the kit wouldn't be a bad idea, or the monitor, I mean. So it wouldn't be a bad idea. I have to also turn the game to be less hard because it's very difficult, and also you can see the streaks of the of the black there. You see that? I think it's probably a capacitor issue. So I would want to rebuild it anyways. It'd probably be a good idea, and then just change the convergence and whatever else. I do have to turn the difficulty down because it's on hard, and though I'm getting a lot better at the game, it's getting so stupid that I don't even want to play. It's like too difficult. I missed it. Anyway, so that's the game. Again, other than little tweaks, coin door, coin mech, to take quarters, little issues with the team holding, which is 2 seconds. Oh, hear the buzz? Is it catching it? So you hear, if you heard that buzz, you probably hear it better than I do. Either it's not the speakers because I swapped them real quick just because I wanted to make sure, and it works. So it's either something on the board or there's an interference because it's stereo. I was reading a little about it, but I'm like, you know what? It works. I'm not going to screw with it. I just don't have the resources or time now. I know I use that as an excuse, and I hate saying it, but I just don't want to work on like monitors or something that in this confined space. Now, that's why with the turtles, I know that sounds ironic based on I'm working on a pin which is more complicated in a sense. There's a few things I have to do. Just one thing I have to do, I'm going to get to this. It's a different video. But again, the big electronic things, which, you know, recapping the monitor, taking it out and cleaning it, I'm not there yet. I need more room, I need a good bench, and I'm not going to rush anything because I've noticed when I started the hobby, and sometimes now, that I rush myself. And when I do that, I screw something else, I break it, I pay more to fix it, I don't sleep at night, my wife's upset, and that's why she gets upset. It's not because I buy this stuff, is how upset I get, and, you know, the rarity. It's not you can just go to, you know, a Home Depot or like an electronics store and just get this stuff. You know, you don't, it doesn't exist really anymore, so that's where I get upset. But you know, guys, that's in and out in the cab. Let me set you up and say officially goodbye. Well, that's it, everyone. There you have it. That was the Super Sprint Arcade Part 2, the cabinet. Again, we went in and out just to see what's up, how it looks, the parts that Adriano left us, and overall the machine. Again, it really doesn't need much, which is always good. I hate fixing. As much as it's kind of fun and learning, I would rather not. I'm a player first. I'd rather be playing and enjoying it with friends and family. But yeah, that's pretty much it. The next video on the Super Sprint is going to be the Part 3, which is the game review. We're going to be going through the game, you know, the courses, the differences between Champion Sprint and Super Sprint, and, you know, the differences there. Also, you know, where it's been ported to, because this game was ported to a lot of console games, believe it or not, computer games, everything else. But nothing's really, you know, the same as the original. Super Sprint is my favorite out of all of them. Better than Champion Sprint. So we're going to go through that, review the game, a little history on it, and that's pretty much it. Very straightforward. It's been a pleasure. If you guys haven't had a chance, subscribe. There's a lot more coming. Obviously, the Turtles is going to be finishing up. I'm almost there, which is great. So in the next week or so, you'll see the Turtles coming along. We'll finish up with the Super Sprint, and we'll, you know, get moving forward on the next projects, which is again, this is almost done. It's around, you know, 85%. Once the monitor's capped, the speakers working, tightening up, you know, the coin mech, yeah, the team molding, and just the steering wheels. I don't want to have that twist type. We're good. I mean, you know, I bought it a little more expensive for a reason, and that's the reason. So again, just adding, you know, wing nuts to the monitor. Securing the monitor down with the bolts as well, little things like that, which I don't have to do now. And again, I would normally work on it before I do the cabinet review, but again, limited time I'm okay with because I have other things going on, but it's more space. You know, taking that off, I need help, I need a garage or I need a workspace, and that's not going to happen probably for another year or so. So who knows? But again, we'll get back to that, blah, blah, blah. Let me get out of here. It's been a pleasure. Subscribe if you haven't. You know, let's keep going on collecting, getting these up and running, and progressing on the videos. Thanks again for checking out Top Tier. Peace.